Pantheon, split map bot. Any
stun
sweepers? No
on the mid
sweepers.
laner, that is true.
So yeah, I think you're a little worried if your Heretics trying to face check into
Pantheon
this,
can
but
come if you want to
more
fight.
so it's just going to be to get vision.
Very OP level
Did they
ones.
place the ward down as they exit? No, so kind of faking the vision that's down, but going to hold on to it for a little bit. Actually, they did.
Okay,
Yeah,
no
just placed them
invades.
there,
Poby has a gold
course.
lead though, that's big. He's already
For
up in
Fnatic
gold,
again,
1 minute
like,
in. That's
a
aura
huge
right there.
amount of this is going to be trying to play for early aggression through the fact that Poby has that CC in the mid lane, trying to play through that mid jungle with Razork, and also then lending that in towards really strong skirmishing power with this Braum. So for Heretics, I'm curious how they want to try and play this out. It's definitely more of a 1-3-1. Excuse me, sorry, 1-3-1 composition that they're looking to try and play through, but I still think it can be relatively difficult, especially when Blackhead is going to find it tough to try and compete on mid waves with Upset and Mickey contesting as well.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to watch jungle intervention as usual. Sound like a broken record, but this game especially. Top side, that's where Cher has the most synergy. Is you've got double range bot lane here, and
Flackhead, I feel like he's a good Aphelios player
see
now.
how Razork gets into the game already. The range advantage doing well as Team Heretics usually using the base damage to try and bully down Fnatic, but it does feel like Upset's pushing for 2 first.
Well, he's pushing very
I remember him playing a lot of
Razork's
Aphelios.
path in here. He's gone
Also,
for his
Stend is a
gold
good
down
Thresh
into his,
player.
blue and also his Grom, so I think they're looking
Maybe
for
it's just comfort
on this bottom side, because Poby is also pushed pretty aggressively in this mid lane, but we'll have to see if that is going to be the plan, although he looks like he's hovering more to go back up towards his top side, but could be a potential there.
Their sentence is up and available now from Sten, though. So remember, just looking for that hook to see if it can find something on Upset, which seems very unlikely, but regardless, it will result in a cleanse. You can't relentless pursuit away. Topside push already here for Carlson. Slowly but surely, as his jungler is pathing away, and Sheo is just clearing down his bot for now.
Yeah, so all going to be pretty even Steven.
Yeah, the Camille has a rise with her and the Sejuani, so there's a lot of good resources for the Camille.
Especially with the wave position where it is, it may actually just be Razork trying to make an early play up towards this top side. Carlson kind of needs to get this next wave crashed, or else it's going to be frozen on him for a while.
Problem with Death Sentence early, it's like a 15-second cooldown, so much like Blitzcrank, we just got to wait a little bit before another attempt is sent out. Also, the problem with Thresh early is one Death Sentence like, what, 100 mana or something? Like, it's a decent chunk
80,
early
I
on.
think it is, yeah. 80 to 90.
Yeah, something decent.
Yeah.
That's why I asked the support main rather than just make a guess.
It's just such a long
Poby up in
cooldown.
CS?
It's like 17 seconds, I think, at level 1. So it just means that it's a very, very... If you miss it, you are significantly more vulnerable for a lot of these plays.
Holding his stun.
But yeah, I was trying to keep my eyes on towards Razork. Doesn't look like he's going to try and make
Trade
anything
of
happen on
crabs.
the top side. There's a good ward there from
No dives on either side
Carlson as
available.
well, which should have spotted him out.
Both junglers will base.
Carlson just receiving the wave. Oscar's going to make sure the push comes in, so no freeze here. Carlson can't really play with that, and especially with the deep water. As you're mentioning, Razork behind enemy lines, gets a ward into blue side jungle. Sheo going to be spotted now as he goes for his second side clear.
Electrocute
Maybe
proc.
Looks for an option up in top lane as Oscar
3 damage.
his chance to get a
Oh,
quick
weaving
back.
the autos.
Early game,
Wait, hold up. Poby's kind of cooking him a bit here. That Q hurts though. No phase rush.
I know you like it. There you go. Now remember, summer finals, this is what it all leads to. Summer split, hell yeah, there's a finals in Madrid. And big shout out to the Spanish, because when we were last there, holy moly did they put on a show. That crowd was wild when we had our road trip last split.
Oi, Mickey X.
Scan that. If you have a phone,
Pincering the gank on top.
Scan that. For now, hookshot, wall shot. I'd say Carlson's
I don't know if they have the
okay.
damage anyway.
I'm going to hold on that because
Door and shield, biscuit, potion.
The 2v1 is not working well for the Camille.
Has her Mundo ult up here, the Camille.
Don't think Carlson should have stepped
Wave
up
is
there.
rough to play though.
Oscar had already shown that he TP'd to bottom side, so you know that the swap is going to be coming through from Fnatic. Now Carlson gets hit again.
Wait, little chunk as well. Magic damage comes through and
Are you going to be in Madrid? Not sure yet.
Probably use TP, but look at where the
Not
wave
sure.
is.
Yeah, it's
Slow
terrible.
pushing is chunky. Oscar in and not the same deal. Teleport going to be burned. Wait, they're going to die
Maybe not.
for this Dagda.
Maybe so.
Yeah, they need to make something happen because they know they're going to lose out on a ton on top end, but nobody here to protect Oscarinen.
Wee,
Yes,
hook
and
miss,
doesn't
but it should be a
connect.
free
That's the
dive, right?
start.
Surely.
Waiting for the flay as well. It comes through, but with the
Very
gravity
good
down,
dive here from
Oscarinen
Heretics.
step
Also, very good
backing.
play
First
on
blood
the
easily done
early
with the
swap, right?
denial of all those minions.
Camille gets swapped on,
Exhaust
wave
means
is frozen,
zero
pushing
way
into
you're
Lucian.
gonna be able
Camille
to play
bases,
that
she
one
TP
across
spots, she
Oscarinen,
4-man
and
dives enemy
it was
top.
just
If
those
you
support
can't farm,
coming
I
through from
can't farm,
Fnatic,
and then she
a
takes
good
over
call
bot wave
from
and
Heretics.
farms.
I mean, you already highlighted
So now
the
Lucian
wave
has to
push
hold the freeze.
way
Aphelios will go top and
crossing
break
that
the
top
freeze
side
with
of the
Thresh,
map,
and
and
Camille will go back
it
to a
means
normal
you're
lane.
just gonna slowly bleed out,
with a
so
kill.
they have to make something happen.
Very good
And
reaction.
it's on that bottom
Aphelios
side,
loses
they're
a wave
success.
probably for this,
It
but
means now the 2v2 can go top, and
very good.
those minions were denied and should be good for upset here.
like Camille ate
Still
this
that
wave
gold
that's
going
dying to the
over,
tower
and the
now,
kill
and
over to
Aphelios
Carlson
lost this wave.
on this Camille.
So they lose a wave, but they
Gets
get
the
a
legs
kill.
really charged up in this early game.
And the kill on Camille is great. I feel
mean,
like
those
Heretics
scissors
played that
are gonna
very
be
well.
flying, but we'll have to see how it gets on as Fnatic.
Yeah.
Looks like they want to try and connect with Heretics.
So now
as they
Fnatic
try and
knows that
enter
Heretics
into
have
lane
to
here.
break this
Very
freeze.
scary when you watch.
So they're gonna
Kingsman,
try
you
and
know, they're
trap
moving
them on
in
the break.
Start of the
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's R-rated. So
And
make
Heretics
sure
are very
you come in
cautious
there.
of Sedge. They have Lantern though.
18, I think.
Got the cannon.
Duck passage.
Q flash, not
Nikki gets
sure
in the way.
if that's gonna
Unbreakable,
work.
but a flash matched, and after the Winter's fight, Sten kept in place. The
Oh
Rangers
god,
are
oh god, oh
contested.
god, oh god.
It's
Okay, at least he traded one for one. Jesus.
But a kill given over to Flackhead.
And now Sejuani can
Sten's
come top to break the
dying
freeze.
breath puts one in the hole.
Okay,
Yeah,
support
he'll
jungle
take it
flash
as
for
that,
Thresh
as
flash.
Heretics. The fact that you end up getting the aftershock there from Sten. keeps
Kill
them
to
alive
Aphelios
just
for
long
kill
enough
to
get
Pantheon.
underneath the tower and set up for another
Still
play.
think they can
Now,
break the freeze though.
Sejuani in the
So
area
Aphelios
as well.
lost a lot of
Make sure
minions
Fnatic
here.
can actually
But
crash this wave, and Fnatic can't
Heretic
pick this
reacting
freeze
well.
up anymore.
Heretic reacting well.
Mickey's going to try and
Oh,
hold it at the
save
very
us.
least, but yeah, not enough minions. It's too close. It's going to crash anyway, so nicely done. And you know, Sten, someone who received a bit of criticism at the start of the year for coming into the league when a lot of people saying maybe he's not LEC ready. Last split, he showed signs of life, signs of vigor that we talked a lot about, you know, towards the later end of the split. I feel like Sten already not too bad of a start considering he's engaged his last
Why is so
game.
Fnatic
We're
biased?
pretty clean
Kobe.
outside of the fact that the
Oi,
fights are
Rysel
going
top.
wide.
Heretics
We're
keeping
seeing
the
another
pace
one
here.
now. Death
No
Sentence
cleanse on
already,
upset.
That's what I look for. Black and Undertara is going to send him out with the shurikens and his auto attack.
Easy kill.
A feat of
Lantern
warfare
out.
is being
Hook.
planned, but it's not
Kill.
over yet.
Wow.
Double.
Bro,
Already
Heretics are
down to Jack
smurfing.
Black
Not gonna
Tower.
lie.
Double to Camelo. Cleaner than I expected.
Heretics
Yeah,
are
the
playing
Lantern
very
held
good,
it
by the
up
way.
there
Like,
to
really, really
reposition
well.
members underneath the tower, and
This is
Heretics
like,
get
this
two
is not
for
English League of
nothing.
Legends.
Heretics are starting to outplay Fnatic once more in this early game.
I just can't believe it. It looked messy. It looked like Razork was able to mitigate a lot from that dive, but Camilo picks up a double. As I said, in the midst of the play, Feet's now picked up, at least the warfare kind, and 1,500 gold lead again.
Very good.
You're dead on.
Impressed.
Good
Impressed.
early game once again to talk about from TH.
Yeah, but it's kind of
They gotta carry the
crucial
momentum,
members
but-
that are also picking up these kills, right? Camilo obviously getting that advantage now means that he's going to be much more potent in the side lane and being able to push and play with the Realm Warp. And even the fact that Flacken managed to get to that early kill as well on towards Razor.
Grub fight, they have to
Fnatic
wait
trying
for
find that
Aphelios
timing
here.
window for
Aphelios has
Brooks,
ult.
but is it
Hook
there?
onto Razor K, Lantern on Camilo. Sten
Sten
no flash, but Sheo has ult. Comes over the wall, blocks the culling, ult onto the Brown. It's just kills for Heretics. It's just kills for Heretics.
The bear is about to be unaware.
Another double, another double. Bro, they're
Flashes out.
frying.
Fnatic
This is
came to play.
probably the most
Team
insane game I've
Heretics
seen from
again
Heretics ever.
in the way.
They're playing so
They end
good.
up dropping the Tibbers on towards Camilo, but look at his build. Magic resistant to Ruby Crystals. He's
True.
surprisingly
Their swap play
tanky
was insane.
in this early stage,
Full build.
which means that
Their
you don't
use
really
of
get that
tempo
big
is
burst
great.
damage you were hoping for, and you'll see here it gives time for the rest of Heretics to show up. Sten, good hook on towards Razor, throws the shield, but even with the electrocuting and everything, Camilo still above half HP, which
What a
means there's
block.
no real threat then for Flacket as he comes through, having the crescendum as well. He's getting a ton of damage off him.
Did you see Sten's about to die to the culling? Sheo gets in the way, and that pig is just so annoying, stopping
That
anything from
pig.
happening to the support. Now Sten gets cancelled here, but crucially Flacket does not. I mean, Sten will take a little bit more time to go back, but as you said before, kills were going on crucial targets. Again can be the same.
What is
So
that
we said
message? What the
Flacket, 2
fuck?
kills. Another one over to Camilo. 2.5k gold.
Why
lead.
is there a pig
Team
emote in
Heretics,
Twitch?
The improvement really showcasing here is the early game. There's a lot to spruik about.
Yeah, I think this is where, again, you kind of get to open up as how do we want to try and play? This is Heretics because we definitely have the advantage. All right, let's set up this 1-3-1 that we were looking for, right? Carlson now in the side lane. He's been slowly farming up. He's got a good lead against Oscarinen. Oscarinen can't go really toe-to-toe with him in the 1v1. Now with the Rod of Ages complete on towards Camilo, I don't really think Poby can commit to that side lane either. So this just becomes very difficult now for Fnatic to gain access to the map. Dragon is up and available, but I think for Heretics, just continue to play for sides as there hasn't been a Dragon taken all game.
Razor K has
Until
ult up.
threatened by Fnatic
They could
using
play
that
a
as
3-man dive bot.
As they move down bot.
But
On Vision,
Heretics have
Fnatic
put their
up
bot lane
funding
mid,
as Flacket
so
has
Thresh
free
is
reign
free on the
mid.
map.
Poby just sits
He can
there.
lean top or bot
Farming
whenever
what he
because
can. He's got a
Aphelios
bit of a
blows
lead
the waves with
against
blue
CS,
gun.
but it's not
So
gonna
there's
matter
no
much this
play from
game.
Fnatic. So they're going to
His
put their
opponent
bot
is
lane
so
mid,
far
base
ahead.
But
Poby
it's
to go
Camilo
bot.
who's winning in the top side because he actually has that push now.
Yeah.
And he's in the.
Or
he's
maybe
the
Poby
range
can go
discrepancy
top
as
and
well,
Oscarinen
so
can base
pushing
and go
the
bot.
wave, he's
Probably
gonna
better,
start
yeah.
to chip away at this
But
turret.
Drake is up.
That's why you can see Fnatic
And
now
Poby has
trying
no TP
desperately
yet.
to re-look for
So what happens when
where
Heretics
Poby's
just
gonna be
right-click
in
Dragon?
the map to go up against Camilo. Oscarinin may need to TP down to this bottom side, honestly, to try and break, because again, Carlson set up a nice freeze for himself, and he's just slowly starting
TP's
to gain
coming
more
up from
resources.
Popester.
So
TP's coming up.
Heretics playing the side lanes better and positioning the map better than Fnatic right now.
In this game as well, I mean, similar to last game, I guess, we're talking about a front to back, but you talked about the individual setup for the team fight here. You talked about what Sejuani does and how they find picks with Thresh as well, right? But the 1-3-1 that you've been talking about all game, if the game is chill,
I guess
and
it's just
1-3-1
going.
is at
It's
even
just
neck,
going.
you know how
No
Camille
fight.
scales, you know what Rise does.
GG.
Lots of wave clear as it comes towards second, third item, and the ability to continue these dives, which makes it so easy.
This
when
guy
you
just
have
wrote in
that
chat,
push.
this
But I
song
think
is
it's
so
Fnatic
good,
who are
wide
gonna continue
time.
these dives, push
Is
under
he in the
tower,
break
Rock's
music?
here.
Tippers
Brother,
is already out. Camilla's
pause
a little
play
bit low.
ASAP.
Something on the board for Fnatic. Second kill.
Cross map from Fnatic to dive top.
A pierce, a spear,
Biscuits from
Razork with a
Camilo.
chase,
Kill
finds
from
it
Razork.
with a
Ults
shutdown
out.
and
Well
into
played by
state.
Razork.
Okay,
Good
Tom
cross map
Cruise,
from Fnatic.
take it
Very
easy.
good.
Second kill over to Fnatic.
Very good.
Jumps into the helicopter, gets to the landing zone at the last second. Carlson was on the way. But still, nice play from Fnatic to get a kill back, at least trade something for the Dragon. And Carlson also burning the TP a little late to get to the top side. Means that now that Summoner Spell has gone alongside Camilo's Flash.
It's a kill. At the very least, it's mitigating and getting a bit of gold back into Razork, who in this early game, I mean, complete polar opposite, isn't it? Sheo had his number on that Nocturne. This game, at least, Razork has a bit of damage on a champion that needs it early on. Double Ruby Crystal is the buyback.
Collector Aphelios.
Yeah, I think the fact you've now got both TPs down signals that Fnatic might have a moment where they can try and bring it back into this game. Because you now have a point where you can try and play for Rift Trail that's in 2.5 minutes time, having both of the summoner spells up and available to get around the map. But that commits a lot to, hey, can we get control of the map? And Heretics want none of that.
Razork just trying to get his wolves though.
Pushed out. Poby under threat. Help Poby now.
This time.
He needs to catch the wave.
Ward spots their escape, but Heretics are here, grouped up as 4.
Base from Lucian for
Razork
Essence
not
Reaver.
being anywhere near that ward has given them safety.
Yeah, it's a nice timing window again from Heretics. You had Upset, who had only just reset for the Essence Reaver, so he was a reset down. Had push on mid as well, coming through from Blackett, plus the push on bot, so just everything on the map setting up for that invade, but couldn't really find anything. But now they have to fall back as Fnatic come back out onto the map to set themselves up for success.
Nothing up for a little bit. Look towards top left. 150 towards that,
stop riding
that
nice
first
day.
herald of the game. Carlson, all in, is quite nice.
Oi,
Onto
Camille
Oscar,
Triforce.
Trinity Force.
Any
Camille
top divers?
means Business, and there's no eclipse for Oscar in, and there's no shield. Carlson has Hextech ultimatum. This could be a dive if he plays his cards right.
Yeah, I think he's setting up for that because Sten was starting to move up there. He's now gone mid to protect Aphelios instead. And here we go. This is going to be a dive.
Oh, dive angle. Whoa, 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 Oscar goes in. What?
Does he really want that? The ultimatum, even with a whip.
What?
Sheo, the scissors connect, and Carlson gets the auto trade.
Poby's here to save the day.
Poby with Tibbers with Flash, and it's going to come out.
Big damage from Popester. Sniffing, looking for the play. Pops the sweeper. Poby. Poby knows he has a free kill here. Boom. Kill to Poby. Great TP from Poby. Great play there from
The problem
Poby.
is, Poby's now TP top. He's already lost. the
No
majority
problem,
of the
no
wave.
problem, no problems.
Camille's
Good job,
pushing
Poby.
bot, so Camille's going to get the tower.
TP bot
They're
now,
losing
Oscar.
The rest of this wave
TP
on
bot
the
now.
bottom side as well. And you just went 1 for 1, right? And
Or-
now you're down
okay.
that summoner spell. So I think for Fnatic, it's not really worth it.
This is your first time live on
turn
YouTube?
that play around. I think
Yeah,
Heretics,
low-key. Not the
at least
first,
not
but
getting
yeah.
the tower will help a little bit, but you could have used these TPs for
Yeah, I
these
think
upcoming
Ambessa
objectives
has
and
to
tried to
ult
get a
when
little bit
Camille
more.
is trading under the tower, or Camille, or Ambessa doesn't ult.
Around objectives, which 2 minutes on the
Because if
board.
you ult on the
can
tower,
look at my
sure.
little circle, boom and boom.
Great circle.
They're going to have it for Dragon, right? And in
But
1
there was
minute
no
50,
real
side
ult on the
laning
tower.
being so important, Carlson has that flexibility. So, again, set up here for Team Heretics as they trade 1 for 1 and get those minions tonight.
It also means that the way you can set up now is slow push here on the bottom side with Camilo. You can start to threaten that tower. You can also have, so basically you
They
can
have to
threaten
put
with
Poby
Camilo on
into
towards
the Camille
tower.
because
you can also threaten
the Ambessa
on
gets
towards, hey, I'm
fried.
gonna run up river,
Yep.
and I'm actually going to look for
Poby has flash
to
up,
try and
though.
put pressure on towards Upset, which
True.
is why Razork has to stay around.
could
mid.
make a super
so
play.
Now Sheo is going to be able to get that objective for himself, right? And it means that it now becomes impossible for Fnatic to really threaten these. Whereas if you had both of these teleports up, you could actually have Poby playing on the bottom side. He could TP to this fight, and maybe Heretics would have to back away. But now you're just in a position where Heretics are using their advantages across the map, and this map is getting more and more difficult for Fnatic to compete on.
And it feels like a more concrete state. I know last game we talked about blows being traded. There's a good trade here
Oi,
from Camilo.
Pantanal. Oi, sidestep from Camilo. Beautiful.
Camilo is getting flashed on now, though. Razork is mad, and Oscar must be too. A kill.
Why didn't he rise ult out?
Given over to Oscar Rinnan.
Yeah, it wasn't quite able to get away from
Do you think
that.
he was
Good
just going to
flash
die
on the
anyway?
wall from Razork to catch him just as Camilo's flash was about to come back up, but unfortunately not going to be enough. So Fnatic will get something back here on the bottom side, and you can look at the map. Heretic's not in position to try and go for a counter punch on the top side.
He's not a demolish though on
Pantheon
Oscar
Sun?
Rinnan, so
Didn't Pantheon flash
he's not gonna
W
get
in?
too much, and of course shield bash, you know. But still, it's so slow without grub, so Oscar is going to be able to do a little bit of damage here, but I'm looking at the gank from Heretics instead. It's standard Sheo, and the damage will be the big question here with Permafrost and the box down. I guess that question's now answered. Teleport
TP bots from Camilo. They could donate the kill to him.
Again. What's the TP needed?
So they're playing bot here heavily, Heretics. They're going to get Drake, but you can see Carlson already respecting it. He's dropping top waves. He's not going to get Dovin. He's going to go mid with his ult. See if he can make a pick.
Carlson had to back away.
Bot tier 1 trade for Drake. Not bad by Heretics.
To try and get the tower and answer, as Shale will turn over towards
Not
the
bad.
dragon. And
Can't enter top, all good.
Answering 1-for-1 on kills, and now trading up on objectives as well, because it's
They will get first blood tower.
But you get the dragon.
Magnus Carlsen.
As well. Remember that
Queen to
trade,
E6. He
even
sees it. He
5,
sees
10
the angle.
seconds later is still going to be that much quicker. 2 people required to push turret from Fnatic. And while first break does go to Heretics, Fnatic do catch up. 3k gold still the lead. Double dragon again start here for Heretics. Like, there's still the book in their favor.
They're going to get mid lane tower as well here. Look at the collapses coming through.
Double
Upset
tower
just
and
can't
Drake.
Stick around here by himself. Oscar Rinnan has to defend
Is
the tier
Sheo
2
just like that guy? Is that what we're gathering from the series?
You actually get to use
Is
the grid
Sheo
tower
just
for
that
one of the
guy?
tier 2s, which is far more valuable, especially if you can take it down and get that gold early.
It feels like we're glazing.
This guy comes in the chat and he says, "Could you shut up?"
I'm fine with that. Like,
it's good
what?
map play.
Both games
What?
have had really good map play, and
what?
You know, there has been a lot of question behind the scenes, right? Like, where will Heretics finish? What do Heretics look like this split? Because again, they finished with the same roster. They, this year, have stuck with it. Camilo coming in, obviously, people are like, okay, is this guy ready for the league? Sten, the same deal. Like, he came from ERLs, and while coming from Vitality B, he showed a lot of promise into the LEC. You couldn't say the same thing. Carlson, I'd argue the same question. Like, people like, hey, is this guy LEC ready? We don't know.
I will say,
man, for Team Heretics,
after having watched the LEC all year and now being in summer, Heretics' growth, what they're saying now, is really impressive. I feel like some of their players' caliber is not the highest individually, but as a team, their macro is strong. Their team play is strong. Their bond looks strong. And they're just slowly getting better and better and better. Like, you could, if you want to see growth and improvement in a team, like, I feel like Heretics is a great example.
Yeah. Single round robin, 1 best of 3 against Fnatic would be huge. Death Sentence not going to catch the flash, but Mickey is summonerless regardless. Let's see when that spellbook comes up. There's nothing up on the top side of the map, so Team Heretics can't convert.
Yeah, you can see Poby was looking for a reset there. Fnatic playing for potentially this ward and the opportunity for Poby to try and come in behind enemy lines, but actually just going to finish pushing in this wave as Heretics backed off. So we're going to have to see if that is spotted at some point in time or whether that just continues to be a threat that Fnatic can use.
Not spotted out for now. I'm just wondering. Sheo's got his grog to take, but there's no reason to path up there, so it'll stay in place. Arakan is up in 55 seconds. That'll be spawning topside again to be utilized by that Waters.
Mods locking.
That'll be the only thing up. Dragon a fair way away. For the
Bot tier 2 is their next goal, and they have Herald. It's good play here. They pushed out top all the way to tier 2 deep. They have to catch this mid wave, and then they have the Herald bot ready with Lantern. Rod of Ages proc. Ooh, this positioning is a bit sketchy from Heretics for the way. What the fuck did Camilo just do? Great angle by Poby. Great angle by Poby. Saving the game here. TP coming in from Ambessa. Pantheon ult coming in as well. Camille TP was pretty bad. Nice cleanse by Flaky D. Flash is over. No Lantern. Wow, Poby saw it. He saw it. Man, Heretics dropped the ball in one part of that sequence. They did so good. Push top, they rotate mid, but they catch wave here. They should catch wave here. And then they should Herald bot. And that's the play, but Poby breaks the sequence. Boom! Poby breaks the sequence. Like that, snap. Just like that, 2 kills, 2 shutdowns and an Atakan. Off the back of Popester.
CC'd, unable to be killed.
It's like in Blue Lock when he sees like 3 steps ahead with the ball.
It's not like Stend has the belt. I'm so confused. Atakan's going to be taken, but Fnatic, back to back, have now been given an entry into this game.
Great play from Poby though. Again, like immediate flash stun.
Herald used for an escape. Hook. Sheo, is he going to steal it?
Are we going to get a fight? Team
Oh my god, it's a flip. Oh my god, he lost the smite against Panel. No, he's playing Pantheon. He lost the smite. Oh god.
This fight could be okay.
Poby lives on 1 HP, of course he does. The killable Demon Prince gets away. Recalls right there, boom, out. Hook continues. Oscarini, Panini. Is he dead? The Q snipe, the ult. Flackity, the ult. Doesn't go for it. Top tier 2 could be the pressure here. They still have Herald. Chasing the bases. 3 grabs for Heretics. Hook off screen. Doesn't connect. Here comes Popester. He's back. Can sense the aura. Razork just right clicked into 3 people. And he flashes out. It's just a psychotic game. What can I say?
Dragons up in 40. Herald doing
it's just a psychotic game. What can I say?
Team Heretics, that's a natural progression after he just walked in.
Yeah, basically trying to keep Sheo out of the pit.
How does Sejuani steal against Pantheon? Pantheon has Q smite. Oh, he didn't press smite or what?
Sheo just walks in then, steals the objective, and both Upset and Poby go so low off the back of the damage. Upset actually goes down, and it means that, yeah, sure, Oscarin's able to finish people off, but they're just waiting here for the Aphelios to walk up. Sen gets the hook, Lanterns in the Aphelios, and then they're able to tear through Fnatic. The fact they got the Atakan is huge.
Oh my god, we got another fight. Poby popped the Tibbers. He must have seen an angle.
We're fighting again. Remember, it's third dragon.
Drake's up. No Tibbers for Poby. That's a key spell. No sums on Upset. Razork a level down. Don't forget the Atakan was stolen.
Team Heretics going deep for this one as Razork tries to take
Sheo.
away, but Stand is on the margin.
Ryzolt is crazy. Oh, the hook hits though. Into the root. Into the Q. Into the redemption. Wait, Heretics are fucking clean. Is this an overdive though? This is an overdive. But Poby's pushing top. The side lane genius. Could be a free Drake for Heretics though. Mickey with the disco sums.
Won't connect this time around, but Heretics are taking everything from the boss.
Camilo no flash. Mickey cleanses. Boom, jumps out. Love that.
Everyone is on the same page. Everyone is jumping.
Hook hits. Mickey after having cleansed the first. And he dies. You know,
Flacken will take kill number 3.
And Dragon number 3 off the back of it as well. Consistently, Heretics have been able to catch Razork out in positions where he shouldn't be, then find more off the back of it, and they're looking now at this Dragon. I think we're going to a game 3.
I think we are, but honestly, Dagda, I don't know if I can say that. There was a will, there was a way in game 1, and in this game we've seen that Team Heretics are not infallible. Okay, they're not
Mickey
perfect.
X over Sten.
It's not the cleanest League of Legends, but hell, they do like setting up their fights. They do like pressing buttons.
I think the only silver lining here for Fnatic is that a lot of their flashes are going to be coming back up momentarily, right? And when you have a flash on the Annie, you have a flash now on Mickey, potentially if you can buy enough time for Razork to come through in a minute 20 as well, maybe that can be the difference maker, but it still becomes incredibly difficult because Blackhead already has the cleanse as well.
Yep.
So him as a target is going to be tough because you've got the redemption from Sen to keep him topped up and alive. So you're kind of looking at these tankier members to try and one-shot here as Poby, but or at least set up for the stun into the follow-up. But
Poby Nico game 3. Ooh, it could be, you know. But Nocturne's out. That would be a Poby setup slam dunk.
I'm excited.
Poby Bryant.
Though,
it would have been a Nocturne Nico slam, but the Nico's out. The Nocturne's out.
And that's actually the surprising part to me is how well Upset has been farming. So basically 20 CS lead is essentially even with the Aphelios, and now has finished his 3rd item. So maybe Upset can be that difference maker here in the fight to just be like, hey, I'm the one that can actually go even. And we already saw Poby can do a decent chunk of burst. And Diani, if she can tick over to 16, can do her job regardless.
Mickey and Upset again, showing us what Trial by Fire looks like.
Sally
Sheo,
instead of Razork.
Winter's Bite will get the concussive blow to set up, but getting close.
Sally would have broken the death record by now.
Permafrost from Sheo. Rather, it is a Glacial Fissure,
Stun.
but Sheo just walked back in because he's playing with the box. Taken away. The Dark Passage rather as Sten gets him to safety.
Yeah, trying to buy time for both side lanes to push in, but does mean the Sheo doesn't have the ultimate available. Poby now collapsed onto Camilo though.
Camilo went deep. It's Tibbers out, but Razork here to
Camilo has ult.
He'll
Is he going to proc it?
the TP. He needs backup. Realm wants to get
Carlson just stood there menacingly.
To save the day.
Not sure what Carlson's doing. I think he should have just taken the Rise ult.
He gets poked out and teleport now. Fnatic bringing
Hook
in
misses.
Mickey as well. All right, we're going to group up and punch again.
But the thing is, you've now got no
Poby has
Camilo,
flash
no ult on Sheo,
still,
Camilo,
and Tiba.
or
Tiba
the
flash
option
right.
here
No
seems
Tiba,
to try
but
and
flash.
continue as
Poby
Fnatic
has
kind of-
flash.
Mickey
Poby
wants to
has
slow.
flash.
Oh,
has
Poby!
flash! And he finds it.
Follow the
Flash gets in a better
Popester!
position, though. Sends out the equilibrium, the ultimatum, and now with Sheo running forward, all it takes is
I mean, that's
back
just
to front, a hook again.
poor play from the follow-up.
Stand on his thread.
Oi,
Sets up the
Mickey
flank of his
headshot.
Carlson. Takes down Mickey in the top of the map.
They try desperately on Fnatic.
Where's the
to
damage,
find
guys?
the
Where's the
moment.
damage? Poby set you up there.
Everything thrown, but the fact that Razork and Oscar Rin's ultimates were down, they couldn't really find that success. And then Mickey just trying to get that slow to get Poby in position, but there's just not really the follow-up. It's desperate from Fnatic, and Heretics managing to just barely scrape away and turn the play back around.
Having that cleanse difference, I thought Flackett was dead. Set up a Poby here, because Dagda, I'm looking at the flash, I'm looking at this Annie.
Yeah,
Double stun, but Flacky D has
phenomenal with
cleansed.
these
You can't be
cleanses.
doing that,
Second time now,
Poby.
it's been milliseconds as that goes off, and now you can see here Heretics, they just get to play.
I will say
Fnatic just don't have enough
two
in the
things.
tank.
One,
Upset
Sheo
open with the
smurfing,
pulling,
but two,
without
Sten's
really a
thresh
strong
is
front
very
line,
good.
this Lucian
He's a
cannot
very
play
good
forward
thresh, I
because
think.
Camille will one-shot him.
Really good
The
game by him.
Rise will lock him down and do so much
Sten
damage.
thresh is very good.
And you can see now Heretics, they kind of know that the blood's in the water. You're not even going for items anymore. Camilo going
Like, I was
for
skeptical
the,
of Aphelios
Sorcerer's
thresh
Elixir
2-3,
as well.
but
They just wanna
it
end
looks
this
like
in
he's a
one
very
punch.
good
I
thresh
just love
player.
that, you know, that fight, I'm like, okay, hang on, poor Sheo might be caught out, stunned up. Razork doesn't do any damage to this pig. You're going to walk away. Ulti for ulti, setting up. Tibbers is now out. Sheo taking a year to die, while Stend might be dead through mid. Oscarin sets up with the damage with Upset playing front to back, but it won't
Okay.
be enough because
Flacky D no cleanse. Culling. Stun onto Camilo. Where's Poby? Where's
Poby? As Carl, son of Carlson, comes down, slams him into
Poby
the
down.
ground,
Poby
and
down.
makes us go to game
Poby down.
3.
Fnatic are diving
Poby down.
into an Infernum Aphelios.
Wow.
And it's Carlson who jumps
Man.
in to finish them off.
Heretics a good team.
played this
They're a
game
good team.
fantastically.
Don't sleep on Heretics, man.
Every fight looked on the edge, but
I do think
man, you
Fnatic got
love to see it.
completely
It's entertaining. It might always be
pulled
not
around
be
the map this
cleanest
game.
League of Legends, but Team
But Heretics
put
is a
on
strong team.
show, and for the first time
Carlson
this
Camille
group
is
will
his
go to
one trick,
game
isn't it?
3.
Sten's
Takes
thresh,
that
one
ultimatum,
trick.
Mickey.
Flacky D,
Kept in
Aphelios
the
main.
dome, will be ringed around
Some good
for the
champs for them.
edge. Carl finishes
We're going
it
to game
off,
3.
and Team Heretics do what they should have done.
We're going to game
in the
3. Now,
first
Poby
game.
in LCK Academy, he was a bit of a game 1 Endy. Not gonna lie. Not
Heretics
gonna lie.
are looking
Not gonna
good
lie,
in
he
this
was a little bit of
series.
game on
Their
Endy.
early game in both of these games thus far has been fantastic, and Fnatic are scrambling. It's been small individual mistakes.
They were the
that
CEOs
have
of
kinda
losing
given them windows
2-1.
back in, but this time around, Heretics able to find the fights that they need and bring it back.
Flackett as
We
well.
go next
Man,
game.
That Aphelios game was crisp, and
And Sheo smites, man.
I mean, Sheo is just insane.
We go next
We're
game.
going off the back of what we said last split. Like, I'd love to hear it because I know that Flackett
Are you
will
blaming
be standing
Poby? No.
by, but
Poby played
his jungler's
perfectly.
nuts.
All right, let's listen to
Flackett's
you.
team fighting has been berserk this series as well. That guy's looking pretty good, isn't he, Law?
Pretty good indeed, Flackett. Thank you so much. Amazing performance on Aphelios. If you had to sum it up with one word, what would it be?
There's one word in Spanish that is inmaculado.
Inmaculado.
Which means like pixel kinda.
Immaculate.
But in reality, I think I played kinda shit.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah.
Oh my God, you won when you were not able to do it the last game. What was the difference this time?
I mean, I think first game we were like really, I mean, not confident enough, I would say. And as well, in fights, I was kind of griefing. I think I died twice with like flash up. I mean, overall, it was a bit of messy comps. Like we were not tracking like summoners. We were not like really discussing how we want to play fights. But this second game, we went like way more confident in. And I mean, let's see how game 3 goes.
Passion, aggression, vision. Flackett, thank you so much for the interview. I'm going to let you join your team. They come back in this series. Let's see if they can close it out after this.
Someone put a thread on the Reddit. He put, Poby makes hate watching Fnatic impossible. Bro, Poby's too awesome. I can't hate watch Fnatic in peace. Normally when I see Razork do Dragon with no smite and let Nocturne come grab it for free, I just go, haha, Fnatic. Now I'm actually annoyed because I just think Poby worked so hard for mid-pro. You could have get Dragon there. How dare you squander it? I want Fnatic to win because Poby, my GOAT, deserves it. So true, King. So true. Let him know, let him know. There is no passion, there is no vision, there is no aggression, there's nothing in this fucking club. What's that from? Is that a reference? Chelsea? What are the games tomorrow? Let me tell you. Let me show you. White meow. So tomorrow we got BDS SK, Giant XKC. This could be a good series. LCK, we got DN Freaks versus OK Savings Bank Brion. Chan, not gonna lie. Am I waking up for DN Freaks versus Bro? Nongshim versus Gen G. We got LNG versus EDG. We got BLG Top Esports. LTA has Leon versus Liquid and Dignitas C9. LCP has Softhawks versus Viking. That's not that bad. And then on Monday we got SK Gaming versus Fnatic. Poby takes on SK. Giant X Vitality, not bad. Weibo JDG, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad at all. Tuesday we got AL versus Tess. Wednesday we got HLE Nongshim, JDG BLG, ALIG on the fucking Wednesday. ALIG on the fucking Wednesday. Thursday we got T1 Gen G, Los Ratones Nord. Friday we got KTHLE. Not bad. Saturday we got T1 Nongshim, Weibo JDG IG. Sunday we got KT Genji. Okay, not a bad week of esports coming up. Can't spell Caedrel without XLXD. What the fuck did you just write? What the fuck did he just write?
I can flash on him. Go, 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 go. I can move.
There's a Twitter account called Has Niski played a game with K-Corp? Nope, day one. What?
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. No, I don't want to kill wicked, no? Yes, 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 of course. I need to back him, back him, back him, back him, back him, back him. Hook into, hook into. I can do it. I have loosened too. I'm trying. I have hook. I'm dead.
Are we watching LCS? 9. 9.
Welcome back to LEC. We just witnessed absolute destruction. That was really loud. Holy crap. But Fnatic are probably hearing something much louder from their coaches. That was an absolute disaster. Gentlemen, aside from that sick-ass gong, how do we feel about that game?
I mean, you can't blame Draft after that one.
No, you
can't. Dracos, you can't be wearing that.
Well,
like, you have committed war crimes.
Game 1 Draft looked a lot better. But this is the second game in a row,
I fucking love Dracos.
where it has been an absolute blasting. Team Heretics have been demolishing Fnatic. What is going on with Fnatic? This was supposed to be, like, easy peasy.
But I feel like they're just messing up the swaps. It's just silly little mistakes. Like, Oscar is TPing to a wave that he can't even contest, and then he sits there, waits for him to stack the wave, and then just gets dove. And he has no TP to get back to the lane and catch the wave. I don't know, it's just really sloppy, I think, and it's just a lot of questionable decisions that...
Favorite Pokemon?
You know, with a little bit of logic, I feel like you would understand why
probably
bad,
Bidoof.
Let's look at this fight, for example. Just like... Yeah, you take it away.
Yeah, but you like, the first you talk about is just one mistake of many. They're just not disciplined. It feels like they are just forcing themselves to make way too many plays. They're not first in the ball. I mean, kudos to Camilo. He bounced back a lot. He made a lot of plays with his rise from the mid lane. Sheo is still the driving factor of the team. This time around, he's not the one power farming. Razork actually did a good job power farming. But Sheo is the one who's just making sure that the team can make plays.
I thought it was Lugia.
Yeah,
it changes every day, you know. I just like to keep myself on my feet.
I don't know. Sheo is just making more plays happen. Razork was trying. It wasn't like he was AFK, but... Right now, Sheo is the one I'd rather have.
Yeah, no, 100%. But I still have a lot of issues with Fnatic's team play in general. It just feels like I'm watching some people play solo queue every now and then. Finn talked about the TP. Finn talked about the TP from Oscar down in the bot side, where he's TPing into a wave that he can't even push out. So he might as well just have walked. That could have saved them for the first dive where they got first blooded, right? Then it's the team fights. The cohesion is just not there from Fnatic, and I think
so what happens? Heretics swaps top.
Because if you're looking at Team
Actually,
Heretics,
Heretics just completely smurfed the game.
Yeah, there are still a lot of mistakes. They are still
Fnatic swap top, freeze top, Camille bases, TP spot, dives Oscar.
Similar start to both games.
It's so monster well played. Kill, give the lane to Carlson, base, run top with Aphelios Thresh, sniff the 3-man play, play well, trade 1 for 1, Sejuani comes top, breaks the freeze.
Like, it felt like game 1, even when the engage didn't really work.
Lane Kingdom top, once the freeze is broken, Thresh comes out of base, Ryze gets 1 wave mid push, Ryze ult top, 4-man top, dive top, game over. Crazy good by Heretics, actually. Crazy good by Heretics.
But after a while, Heretics was like, wait.
And then Fnatic think they have the tempo to do grubs, but Heretics have Aphelios coming out of base. Aphelios arrives 4v4, Aphelios has really good items. Sejuani has her power spike with double fucking Giant's belt, and she has ult. Boom, win fight, get grubs, GG. I think Heretics just smurfed this game so hard. I don't think Fnatic, I mean Fnatic could do a couple things better, but W Heretics.
This amount of gold lead, this Herald, or not Herald control, but the grub control, the dragon control, it's just so bread and butter for Team Heretics. I feel like they can just stick to an objective game plan if they want to, but that's also where some of their mistakes are happening, because when they're not sticking to it, they're overforcing a little bit.
Poby 1 in creep score.
Does it look like a team that won't make playoffs, GV?
Oh, it looks like a team that's going to make playoffs, Jack. I'm glad you're bringing that back up. I think Fnatic look like a team that's going to make playoffs. That's my question to you.
That's too
Let's look at it. Okay, guys, remember, most teams make playoffs, or at least make the cross-group decider match. But for
my
Fnatic,
team didn't
the
make
question, I
playoffs.
think, with Poby is obviously you want to see an uptick in performance. You don't expect to see it immediately. But this
Mods,
feels
I have
like
this feeling that I want to remove unique mode. Am I crazy?
Uptick for Team Heretics.
Where Poby was the problem.
Not at all.
But maybe not the solution.
That is a good point.
I don't know.
Like, you need a player right now that can make Fnatic a team. Like, it's always been an issue. The issue is the late game is that...
Hey, how can Poby be called out for any of this?
Or like a bad team fight happens. It just feels like they're falling apart from a strategical aspect. I'm not seeing a Fnatic that's better at making any decisions.
Yeah, I want to see this fight because it looks like a decent engage by Poby here, but the damage is just not enough to have at this stage. I really like this engage, but now they just keep getting ran down by the Sejuani that is just so tanky, and it feels like, as we said before, that when Heretics is grouped as
unique mode is like what lets mods relax.
But even if I'm a Fnatic fan,
yeah, but the unique mode is not having unique mode on means the fun can come in.
Yeah, I mean that is a very good point. But Team Heretics, on paper, should be a team that you just roll over. Like, I think a lot of people thought today was going to be a 2-0 for Fnatic.
Yeah.
But Team Heretics, with around Shale, they're just
like chat can go for a walk for like a minute and then we can put it back on.
The side of Team Heretics, I do want to focus
it's like
praise in their direction. We kind of talked about last season's finish on 6.
You think I'm going to fall for the cat laughing?
We look back at some of these key moments here.
Sucker.
It's starting to feel like this team is actually just consistently getting better and better, and is looking once again at a potential high placement based on at least these first 2 games.
It is one of my favorite projects to watch out of the teams that we've had, because they came in with a roster that a lot of people thought was questionable on paper.
Can we just take a second to appreciate Sejuani's damage dealt?
And I still think we're seeing some of those improvements as well. I want to highlight, like, want to again reiterate, I've really loved the Aphelios Thresh being brought out from Flacket and Sten.
Hey!
It shows confidence, and it shows that you're willing to try and make your own meta down in the bot lane, because it's been a while since we've seen Aphelios Thresh.
I mean, it's funny to me because
It's funny how someone writes upset lol. My eyes go to the highest bar to credit the first person. Your eyes goes to the lowest bar to laugh at someone. We're not the same, are we?
So I wouldn't be surprised if it's Nara and Machuki pushing that champion.
They might be even more happy with Flacket now instead.
Hey, we were winning on the Aphelios, okay?
It was sadly didn't transition to stage, but it has for Flacket, which is good news. Returning to Fnatic, hopefully not for the final time, but it very well might be, at least in the context of this series. What do you need to see? We've talked about team play,
in the chat. W Fevunite. W Fevunite.
Catastrophic lane deficits. If you had to pick one thing for them to focus on in this game, what is it?
I mean, I can only go what they're talking about since the draft. They go into game 3. They have chosen blue side. So now they finally have some agency to kind of create their own rhythm in the draft. Maybe they can get someone they're happy with finally, but I just need to see Razork being a little bit more comfortable. I feel like he's getting a little bit too stressed. Like, if a play goes somewhat wrong, then he kind of tries to overcompensate for that not happening as the way he wanted to, and then he goes a little bit deep, and then it becomes double wrong.
All right, all eyes on Razork. See if he can pull it out in the early game, or if Sheo will once again take over as we send it back to our casters for Game 3.
Game 3.
Yes, thank you very much, Pantless Man. Okay, let's go. Game 3, it felt like Heretics had Game 1 in the palm of their hands, and they did really. 6k gold lead. Unfortunately, they threw it away a bit, and Fnatic really grasped it back. But last game, fantastic. And I mean, Heretics, what a showcase opening up in their first series.
Bro, you
Isn't
can't
it
just come into the
fantastic?
chat
Like,
and write
again,
duck
it's
ass.
kind of small individual mistakes that have given Fnatic windows back in, but overall they have been smarter on how they play the map and been better at setting up of how they can use the advantages that they found on the map better. And I think at this stage it's kind of
all right,
Fnatic
Poby
really
Nico, come on, my
here.
goat.
It has not looked good. Sheo has been outperforming Razork every step of the way. Smite's early game when it comes to pressure on the map, like he really just needs to step up and find some way to control this early game for Fnatic.
It does feel like an astrological gap between Sheo and Razork in this series. Like, not just the walk-in of Smite, but even in game 1, Sheo's Nocturne was all over him. And so you're right, it needs to be a step up here. Some members of Fnatic are trying to pick apart the pieces. Some members of Fnatic are trying to pull it together, but it doesn't feel like a cohesive unit. We're about to move into pick and ban. Game 3. And in Fearless, that's always nice. Getting to this final solution. What's it going to be here?
All right, Fnatic get blue side, which means they have to ban Poby's Azir. You are crazy if you don't ban Poby's Azir.
So far today, it seems, as Gwen will follow suit.
Yeah, Vars, I think
all right, Trundle, Zinzao, Prio pretty high. Jarvan is pretty strong with like Lucian Kai'Sa out. Corki Prio is pretty solid. But Corki got nerfed on 15-15, didn't he? There's the Azir ban.
Zinzao, though, still up and available for those junglers, which was kind of the one that I was keeping my eyes on for
Jarvan banned,
quite a while.
makes sense.
He is most played in LPL, he is second most played in LCK, so I thought we'd get a
Sion ban, sure.
Maybe
alright, I think Trundle's probably really OP. Galio is really OP. Yeah, Trundle. I mean, Poby's probably going to play Victor this game if they don't take it away from him. Xayah Rakan 1-2. Interesting, Xayah Rakan. I mean, I think here Fnatic can just they can just go Zeri Lulu or something if they want, surely, right? They can play Zeri Lulu, they can play a Poppy lane. They can play like any Poppy lane.
If you look across us, the eastern regions, there's a lot of
can do Ziggs, Ziggs, Poppy, Zeri Lulu.
We'll have to see if that's what Upset wants to try and go for here, but
they could also just go full topside and drop. They can play Senna North. They could play full topside here. They could just go Victor in the top laner if they want. Oh, Nico, wait. Is it Poby Nico?
Has self-proclaimed to us that he is the best Nico.
Probably not.
In the LEC.
Ezreal Nico. All right, they need a jungler here. A Maokai would go crazy.
Very good Nico mid.
A Maokai would go crazy here. An AP Maokai. I also wouldn't mind. I don't know if I like Lee Sin. Maokai into Nico, not that nice though. Is there any power picks? Jax? Yeah, sure. Gonna need to ban Poppy Gragas with Jax, I think though.
Yeah, I mean, Jax was kind of the answer to Zinzao because a lot of his damage was auto attack based.
That is true.
In the jungle, so I can see the.
If it's Jax jungle, I doubt it. It must be Jax top right.
Well, you just straight up can't hit me, so I win.
Yeah.
But,
surely it's Gragas Poppy ban. They ban Victor. I mean, that's Poby's best champ right now, yeah.
I thought actually we'd get a little bit more of the top lane bans, but with Camille gone and Bessa gone, and also like
I think Aurora is a very powerful champ right now.
Really answer into Jax.
They ban the Maokai.
Yeah. And meanwhile, in the mid lane, a lot's being taken off as Heretics have gotten rid of Victor from Poby. His most played
Victor Chase.
Earlier in this year.
Poppy Gragas open for Oscarini Panini against Jax. Then why the fuck do you pick Jax?
Seems like a good call when Team Heretics really only have few options left available.
Lilia.
The Jace also taken away as well. The Lilia, they think that is definitely going to be
Mid-Lee goes kind of hard on 4 here. Or Aurora, yeah.
That Nico could also be, that Aurora could be anywhere.
I think Gragas or Poppy top.
So that's what I was just trying to look up.
And then what does Poby play actually?
Look like on the Aurora, because I can't think of him in my head that he's
what the fuck does Poby play? Oh, Poby Syndra? Maybe Galio thoughts? Okay, we went Syndra. Poby Syndra Gragas, not bad. Not bad for Fnatic. What do you play on 5 here for Heretics? Syndra Gragas Trundle.
Potentially?
Hang on, guys, hang on.
Syndra Gragas Trundle.
If we go Veigar top, we may as well run it. And Annie's already been picked in the series so far. Kennen would add a lot.
Just put the Gragas in the bag.
Kennen can work into the Jax as well, but yeah, I don't mind Gragas or the Kennen.
Lee Sin, I don't like against Gragas. Ezreal. Maokai's banned.
Maybe
you just... Sinzao is awful.
Or
What does
Poby
Sheo
hitting a
play?
Citrus
Ivern?
Stone,
I don't
try and
know.
set that
Is
up.
it an
So
Ivern
It
game?
is a little bit conditional when it comes towards
I don't
the
like Ivern
engage
Aurora.
tools, especially when you've
You
got
need
a lot
a
of
dive champ.
deep
What about a
strides
Mundo?
or
No, I don't like Mundo.
repositioning
Oh, it's
coming
Jack's jungle,
through
Aatrox
from
top.
Heretics. So
Jack's jungle.
Chat, I'm gonna add
It's
you know what ads.
Jack's
If you want to try me have sub channel from
Again,
1 to back
they
flicking past
use-
pick much love.
Fnatic used 2 jungle
Appreciate the
bans.
subs. If you sub now, you won't get ads for
Jack's
30
point
days.
earlier,
Appreciate all the
you
support.
talked about the theory
Much
behind
love,
it running into
Chattermans.
Trundle. And now Aatrox goes into the Gragas.
They
It feels
flex
like
the
Team
Jax
Heretics, they
into
play really
Trundle.
flexes really well.
What is it going to be like? Face
Well,
rush
seeing how
Jax or
if
what?
He's going to be able to find that success because I still think if you can have Camilo push in mid and start to join with Jax, that could be fantastic. But in a straight up 2v2, if I'm Fnatic, I can still play the 2v2.
Someone did $5 and said thoughts on NA format. It seems awful. Yeah, it is awful. Fracos rocking the casual business fit. Donated €3. Someone did €3 and said watch MSI now. Okay.
You got decent side lanes again, good team fighting, and Fnatic similar story. And a lot more disruption. So I think again it is going to come down to how both these teams execute, and Heretics thus far have kind of been the team that's been executing better.
Feels like Fnatic as well. To add a layer onto that, there's a bit of range set up too, like Syndra, Ezreal, things like Trundle into the mix with Gragas. That is a paragraph. I'm not reading it, but it says it to what did. Everyone at home can do that for me. It's been on long enough. I may as well have read it. And now I can't. It's to what did. I just watched him all morning. Didn't have time. Cameraman just destroyed me. All right, well, game 3. Remember, it's only a single round robin. Winner walks away with the best of 3 win to start off their split in summer. And you've heard every win counts, and sometimes you think it's rubbish, but it really is true here. The winner walking away with a massive head-to-head win, with a massive best-of-3 start. If Team Heretics could do this against Fnatic, it would set a statement in the league before it's even begun.
I mean, it also puts the fear of God into SK and BDS and other teams that are kind of competing. We'd imagine, maybe Fnatic included, who are competing for the spots at the bottom. Because if Heretics can pick up a win here, it just means that they set themselves up so nicely.
Sonny
maybe we
Hayes.
have an extra win over some of those other teams that are competing for playoffs. But honestly, with the way Heretics are playing, they are looking like they would be a moving out of groups, because it's been pretty stellar from them thus far. Clean, mostly, with some individual mistakes, but you're only just back. That can clean up.
I just hope it's not like the start of spring. I think from what I'm recalling, with like an insane start, then it breaks off a little bit, ends okay, and then first round of
Poby
playoffs, bam,
Syndra,
done.
let's have a look.
You know, Vitality could say the same thing last split.
Poby
For spring
Syndra.
run, I put
What's
them
the
in
win
the same
rate?
category, where they felt like they were big
one game
contenders
this year,
at
one win.
points of the split, but couldn't
6
hold
games
up the
in pro play,
consistency. So,
3-3.
Again, consistency is really important, but in best
Not
of
bad,
threes,
Popester.
that also matters within the realms of the series. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have been talking about him all day. And there's one special man out there as well, who's also been mentioning him too. Don't forget that we've hyped up the mid laner of Fnatic, who I don't think
Faker
has been the
said,
problem
I think
today.
he will play well.
I think Poby has had
Back in
an
days when we
okay
played with me, I
debut,
tried
and
teaching
he's
a lot of
had
things and
CS
he can
scouts
carry.
over Camilo in both games.
Honestly,
Playing in
Poby's
Fnatic.
kind of been the person
Wait, was that from my
making
interview with
plays for
Faker?
Fnatic that has drawn them back from the brink. When you look back to game number 1, it was his play to help Razork stay alive.
Hey, where's the credit from Caedrel Sports? Where's the credit?
Rise once more towards the top, and in the last game as well, he had that play, that pick onto Camilo with the flash and he stun that nearly turned that game around for Fnatic. So definitely it's been Poby who's kind of been the shining light for me.
Caedrel
I think
Esports.
for a lot of the
Caedrel
T1
Esports.
fans
It's
and
a
the
news
T1
outlet.
They'll be looking at him to see
Breaking
that
news
hopefully
from
he can
Caedrel
find that
Esports.
success, and honestly, the team can kind of step up around him to support him in that.
It is really nice again from Faker and
can
Oni.
call us the
You saw
fraud
there, like, the
esports.
support that's come through from old teammates only through a brief window, but old comrades through the same organization in T1. Really think he can do something, and a lot of fans are hopeful as well.
Caedrel is my journalist, Cat to spare. Chat.
His first
We're gonna
LEC
keep up the world's
split.
interviews and
Outside
MSI
Craig,
interviews.
Scout of the week here.
I feel like they were great.
Full HP. Camilo hasn't been able
We
to
gotta have
touch
our
it. Good
yearly chats with
sidestep as
Faker
well.
and Chovy.
The power of Syndra early.
And Tabe
Range
and-
is such a big factor.
and hopefully some other
Camilo
players as
in a
well,
bit of
like
hell here with orbs down, but
Kenyon
Sheo coming in,
and
might
Owner
change it
and-
immediately. Poby.
Okay, no flash
Not gonna be
mid.
flashed on, but he
PTA Jax.
flashes away. So good summoner trade here. as Sheo
Yeah,
gets
I
one
mean,
down.
Really good flash from Poby to be able to get away from the stun.
2v1 mid.
Sheo didn't want to burn his own flash, to try and follow, so Paul be able to escape away. But now, not
Still a
having
lane
that
kingdom
first
going
goal
on here, though.
does mean he'll have to be very careful of potential for like when Flack and Extend reset.
We're
potential
diving
for a
bot.
play on
We're
mid.
diving
Rise
bot.
up for
We're
the
diving
He's
bot.
thinking about the dive. Both summoners arrive. Flashes
Mickey
immediately
turns into a
claims
cannon
it.
minion.
Flack matches it, but
Easy
the root
dive.
underneath turret makes it a disaster. Turning into a minion helps out, and Mickey absorbs the pressure.
Well played by
First
Mickey.
blood over to Razork.
Turns into a
They're
cannon
going
to tank the
again,
tower.
Dagger. They're going again.
Wait, the tower hasn't
Stand
reset,
up
has it?
against
Oh, it
the tower.
has.
He's gonna charge out and at least
Hey,
get Fnatic's
Razork,
flash
close.
in the end. Razork
Not
gets
a bad
the
dive by
burners.
Fnatic. Good early
Stand
game.
does survive for the time being, but Fnatic are denying all these minions against Flacket.
Poby base
Nice, he
TP
does
already
like Mickey's.
already
Turns into the
8
cannon
CS
minion,
up,
so you don't
7
get
CS
that
up.
ramp damage off the turrets, and he's able to just tank that up for such a long period of time. Set up for a kill on Flack, and a ton of minions now lost. Send.
Yeah, the way it works is Nico turns into a minion, so she can tank a lot more tower shots on the
Pull the minion
cannon,
wave a little bit, hoping he can
and then
find
she
a
swaps
cancel
out to
reset,
go
as
back
you
to a
said.
champion.
Carl's not going to get too much as
Because
body
the
slam from
tower
Oscar
doesn't
Brennan
ramp up
disengages
on a
him
minion.
From the trade. Meanwhile, Razork has moved all the way to topside quite quickly and is defending his topside camp as he starts on the grok.
So I think for Fnatic now, you can already see where Mickey's going on the map. It is the Ezreal going towards the mid lane. It's kind of the protect mid a little bit until Poby's flash is back up and available. And this is kind of the scary moment we were talking about, is when Flack and Sten go for a
Count
reset.
your
It's gonna
minions,
extend
count
his
your
minions.
minions.
Yeah, I mean, there's no minion wave. He just came up individually.
Poby needs a bit of cover.
But it's just a case
Poby
of
needs a
keep,
bit of cover. He has no
Poby
flash.
safe from
Yeah?
Sten trying to play on mid
Need a bit of cover.
alongside Shale when Poby doesn't have the flash, especially as Flacket has gone for that reset in towards his top side, so trying to mismatch the bot lane after that unfortunate reset.
It's true, actually. Chat sees that interaction with Nico, and they're like,
Focusing on mid again.
Riot! That's
Really
so
good side
unfair!
steps.
Meanwhile, they have
Camilla
500 games in
approaching
solo
level
queue, and it's
6,
never
Poby
happened to
halfway
them.
there as well. Finally, a bit of trade connects. As I've noticed back-to-back games, Dag, that Dark Seal in the inventory, whether that's confidence or just good, good, what do you call it? Good dotting of the I's and the T's.
It's not a bad plan, right? Like you end up, you don't.
And if
lose
anything,
out
they
on
can
huge
abuse
amount
it now.
of gold when you sell it, and it's cost efficient when you initially get it. So it's never a bad idea to do.
Is
it.
Jack's
Someone
jungle
likes
useful?
does a
And
huge
will
amount
it
of
solo
gold.
lose the game? Maybe.
Fnatic putting pressure on this bottom side. So with Flacket having the freeze in top lane again, Oscar kind of needs to find a job. So it's down towards his bottom side and help Fnatic secure the plates.
I mean, that bot dive has ruined the game for Team Heretics. They're going to swap into the mismatch now, but Camilo and Sten are coming down, so for Fnatic, it's not going to be as easy as that. Oscar doesn't have his ulti, but they're thinking, hey, even with the between worlds, can we do anything here?
If he
Oscar's
goes
still the
AP
target,
Jax,
but
he carries. Oh, okay.
Fnatic back away.
Good
There's
to know.
no retribution, there's no hold, and they're going to walk out with this gold lead. They're going to go back to the lanes that they want, with Upset moving to top.
Yeah, at least the wave now is pushing back out to Oscar, but they are going to lose a little bit on the wave that's pushed in that top side. But I imagine now that we'll actually have Heretics try and reset once more and send Flacket to the bottom side, but Carlson might be in trouble.
Oscar has level
Carlson.
6. Carlson might have the world end,
Carlson.
but his end of worlds coming first.
Carlson.
You know it. All it takes is an ulti.
Do they have the
bomb
damage
down,
here?
and Razor coming in with the pillar.
Oh, he
It
bombed
finally
him towards
explodes,
the
but
tower.
Carlson's on the right side of the map. Oh, I don't like that one as Sten now comes in.
Rakan TP
just to
spot.
make sure Carlson's okay. I feel like that guy should have been dead, but Oscar sent him to safety.
Yeah, I was going to say, Oscar Rinnan actually ended up just punting him back in towards his safety.
I think he should
He was
just let
able
him
to
stay in
then
the
flash
pillar and they
towards
should
the
play
tower,
it and then
keep
ult his
himself
flash.
safe, and Sten was able to TP
Probably
in,
would
and
end
now
better.
Oscar Rinnan does interrupt the knock-up
Good
as
body
Heretics get the reset that they want. And Upset now pushing in this top side means that Carlson should be able to collect that wave as he hits the tower and doesn't have to burn the TP.
I'm sure that Carlson is going to die there for a second kill for Fnatic, but nevertheless, I come back to what I was highlighting before, the fact that Fnatic are still up in CS, and despite that play not going forward, there's still a CS lead between Oscar Rinnan and Carlson, between Poby and Camilo, and especially between that bot lane that
Nice
was so
damage
successful
onto
before.
Carlson.
Upset in the mismatch here, looking for yet another play.
Fnatic swap top for Grubs Prio.
Just trying to get plates and answer for at least some of the pressure that's been on the map. Like, it's Flacket isn't trying to avoid
Nice Q.
Upset because he was set
Rakan's
behind
here to
early,
cover.
which is why
Jax
we're kinda seeing
can't
now
really do
Carlson
Drake.
being
I mean, he can, but
person that takes the L on this, where he's got to try.
I
and
wonder if
mismatch
Fnatic can
into
stop
Upset,
him. I don't know how
constantly trying to
fast he
catch
is
the
on
waves as
Drake.
best
Actually, they can
he
just give it
but
no and just go to
for
Herald.
Flacket, at least it means he
Grubs.
gets the farm up relatively freely.
Yeah.
And even now, it's Shale that's able to get the dragon, as it'll be Razor just moving up towards those void groups.
And despite getting invaded, Shao's still up, not up in CS. I mean, he will be when the dragon goes down, of course, but Shao's still keeping track. And
The
we
CS game
talked
is a
about it in
belter.
game 2, but let's just remind you all.
Yeah, Mouse Vitality rocks.
Shao did the second most bit of damage on his team
Which is insane.
as a Sejuani in game 2.
Yeah, so Flacka did the most, and you have Rise and Camille as your solo laners, and Sheo's like, no, I got this, lads. Let me show you how it's done.
I mean, I just can't believe it. Picks up the Dragon, and now just goes back to clearing his camps as the Jax, power farming to Trinity Force. You'd say the same about Razork, but he's got a lot more action in this game, and I will say, despite the fact that we came into this saying that Sheo's gapped Razork quite a bit, this game has been a better start here. Trundle more proactive, but first time they've actually gotten all 3 grubs, even touched the grubs in this series.
And maybe
Who's going to win? I think Fnatic will win this game.
Hit on towards his top side as well.
I am not a Jax jungle believer.
Is well ended up and available again, sends the minions away, but the healing this early on just won't cut it.
Oh my god, this Nico tower aggro tanking is disgusting, by the way.
So broken.
It is so disgusting. It is so disgusting. I'm surprised more teams don't abuse it.
Doesn't even mind us, and that's gonna be first tower, but
the Nico tower tanking is out of control.
You have Ult Frost, Gurnen, and Flash, which makes this
Oscarini, Panini, can he live the dive? Not worth flipping it, is it? Now he's playing the weak side a bit better. Would be nice to ult the wave to get the cannon though, if he needs to. Looks like he can maybe just get it.
Between the bottom laners, but
nope, he can't.
Towards top, 3 grubs makes all the difference. First turret blood. Fnatic are going to pick that one up in spades in this early game.
Yeah, much better from Fnatic, much better.
Early game from them this series.
Yeah, big time. I mean, it's the
much
fact that they
better.
actually have a decent lead coming out of this is huge. 2.5k, upset in a really good spot. But also they have just been...
Poby 5 CS up, great lane phase so far.
The last 2 games, it has been very defensive from Fnatic, trying to nullify what Heretics can do, trying to, feels like, play for where they believe they'll be stronger in the mid-game, but it's kind of just given Heretics a run of how they want to make things happen. Now, you've got upset in the position, you can try and play through them. Same when you look towards Razork, the Trundle is going to be very, very strong at this early point of the game, so Heretics need to be the ones now on the back foot, trying to spot out Razork and match the plays.
We've got a lot of space to do so for the next 3 minutes. For Razork, it'll just be clear central. He's got his Trinity Force in hand. Sheo's obviously a little bit behind.
How good's Poby? I mean, it's his first series. I would say he's had a pretty good series so far. He just missed every spell. He's having a pretty good series so far, I think. Game 1, he hard gapped. Game 2, there was not much he can do. His whole team was inting. Game 3 is so far so good.
In the driver's foot. Doesn't even feel like we know at this point as the bottom lane of Team Heretics getting bullied again. Sten is going to battle dance to flack it and gets the extra range thanks to the Xayah couple's passive. But this is turning into a full-on dive again.
Yeah, Sheo's here to try and cover.
It's a 4v3 dive. Aurora's moving.
Depends on the chunk.
Razork going too quick. Razork going too quick. Nice flash. Poby's pushing. Poby's pushing. They're going to lose minions here.
It holds Fnatic at bay. Team Heretics bot lane will survive another day.
This is what we were talking about. Heretic needing to match the plays from Fnatic. Sheo does a good job of getting into a position where he can actually keep Razork from entering in toward that bot lane and also covering his exit, so then you can look for the counter punch. Camilo had to roam down to try and help out in that play, so Poby will get a play on mid, but now Fnatic kind of just looking for the full tower take. Sheo holding here once more. Worried that the dive
bit of poke damage.
Oi! Upset getting engaged on this. An exhaust. Sten's going to get the quickness.
Is he dead with barrier? Oh, Mickey! Can't get the flash though. The stun from Jax was big.
Sheo, great timing, and Flackett and Sten hit a window.
Nice from Sten there. He basically just was like, I'm going to catch him.
Not really that worth the freeze, is it?
So either you
doesn't really make much difference. Poby up 3 CS, lead is slipping, but he got a plate, I think.
Follow up with the grand entrance, or you end up just getting caught now.
When does G2 play? G2 plays next week on the 9th.
And flash away, but decide to hold on to it instead.
And while that's a small moment from Sten in this game alone, I think we've had many of them throughout the series so far. Like, Sten in this game, sure. You know, he's only done a little bit of damage, but I want to highlight that this guy throughout the whole series on the Thresh game. What do we have game 1? Alistar Dagda, or was that was Mickey?
He was Rel.
He was Rel, and he had some of the crucial engages to set up for Team Heretics.
The Rel game, some of the engages were a bit messy.
But the problem was the game got messy, you know?
In general, it's been decent.
Yep.
Now, he's going to have to try and continue that.
His Thresh was exceptional, though, I will say.
Tool that tries to set up for the plays, and then having Sheo follow up as kind of that secondary engage tool, but Dragon up in 30 seconds. Sten being a bit of a nuisance here, but taking some damage first.
Drake's up in 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Let's do an item check for everyone at home who does not like to look.
Vitality lost map 1. Yeah, I saw. No flash, Camilo.
Well, when Trundle
6
has
CS
your
lead
number,
mid.
it's very easy to follow up. PTA burst, and Camilo's out of it.
Camilu's gone. Dragon might be gone as a result as well, though.
so.
You can see the push from Poby on that bottom side. Razor constantly keeping him protected, and also having Mickey there means that they should be able to put pressure on the spot tower and then fall back to Dragon. TP potentially coming through as Carlson looks for the reset, though, and there's a ward in behind Fnatic.
Look at the range, the setup we talked about in draft. Between World's going
Could
to set
TP
up
behind,
first,
but I don't think it's going to work.
That might be an in, and Poby just waiting. He unleashed
Well played by
power
Poby.
burst, then he
QR
scatters.
and then
The
stuns.
weak is Camilo.
This
And
TP
with
is
the
going to
big
be a...
warfare down, Fnatic have picked up already the first blood, but Carlson with his flank tries to bring an interim to Heretics.
Oh, Mickey. Oh, Mickey. Oh, Mickey, the upset E was great. Now Oscar's here. It's a wipe for Fnatic. It's a wipe, surely. Bomba. The chain CC is crazy. Oh, Poby! Nice CC from Oscar. Nice CC. Really good ult by Mickey. Great timing by Oscar. Fantastic fight from Fnatic. Good that they disengage after the first kill. I mean, Poby CS lead will continue. Much better game from Razork. Way better game.
Reset. He's staying in base so then he can get that TP into the war behind, but by the time they do, the tower's gone.
I think Poby good here. Don't try and QE. Just QR, E, get the first kill, boom, play the game. 4v4 now, because Oscar's far. Sten's gonna get a good combo, but double flash from Fnatic. Upset gets really low, but Mickey, flash positioning, perfect. Upset lives here. Ease the Jax QE. Mickey dies, but then yeah, stun from Poby, into a Bomba, into a fucking E, into a... yeah, pillar. Great play.
Damage dealers up and available in the fights.
I just called upset at Janitor. Maybe I should have been
Camilo
calling
trolled.
Poby the
Yeah,
manager.
Camilo's had a rough series. His Rise game was good
Mickey
though.
is the boss because Mickey again saving grace.
Total damage
Hard to talk
dealt. Oh
about
my
one member
god.
without
Poby
talking about
lowest.
more.
It's
He's
because
a
Poby's the
Fnatic
lowest because
4K
he's
gold
setting
leader.
up the team, obviously, right?
That is a huge
He's
chance.
not
That
using
was
his damage
dealt to champions
for
from
DPM. He's
Mickey.
using his
And
damage
he's
for
doing more than Poby.
chain
What a
CC, you know? He didn't.
surprise.
He QRs early to get a good stun, you know?
That is a very
He waits with his
balanced
spells.
champion.
He doesn't spam them, you know? He's looking for the CC.
Those are the kind of
Good
plays
play
that
by
you want
Poby.
from Fnatic, and I like the idea from Heretics, but again, the trigger just wasn't quite pulled fast enough, and now Fnatic open up 7-2, a 4,000 gold lead. Rift Herald to boot as well, and it's just going to become very difficult for Heretics to hold onto the map. Mid tower is immediately, it looks like, going to be taken by Fnatic as they move in here with the Rift Herald, and at that point, the pick potential from Fnatic becomes
Herald mid.
absurd
Love that.
against Heretics.
Love that. Poby's going to sacrifice a wave for this. You might think, wow, he's down in minions. He's not.
Poby's
He's
coming
grouping.
in just in case.
Boom.
The
Can go
Herald
two.
will shut
Can go
to
two.
get
I think it can
first
go
out
two.
of turret,
Can go
or
two.
rather first
Jack's
in
behind
the-
though. Jack's behind and TP behind. Maybe we need to turn down here. Poby.
But Oscar's
Poby
also
looking down
in the
here.
way,
Poby
so
already
that
sees it.
TP,
He
that
sees
might
it.
be a bait. Oscar sends them packing. Camilo and Shao now have to run out. Blast Cone is just going to be used
Bomba.
to get some distance, and Fnatic are ready to turn.
Yeah,
Back to
Heretics
mid.
keep trying to make these plays happen, but unfortunately
like
they're
he-
just not able to corral Fnatic into where they need. Mickey also had sent that clone into the bush just outside of river, so spotted, I think, Shao as he tried to move in towards mid lane as well.
Razork. Jungle Brain. Clicks enemy red.
Still,
Not good.
Carlson going wide on
Razork.
Infernal
Jungle
Chains
Brain.
misses,
Stop
though.
it.
There is a smite for Razor.
Got the red and out. Nice.
Pulls it out. Yoink and walks away. The Fnatic, they keep getting more and more this early game. You know, it's a disaster for Heretics now and are really starting to bleed.
Yeah, you can still see though, like there is like these kind of wards that
Yep.
constantly Heretics are trying to play for, and it looks like that's kind of going to be their plan now. Is they're just going to keep throwing these Hail Marys and see if maybe
Yeah, good red buff
they
invade.
can get Carlson's TP going to be up in a moment to catch someone out who overextends on that bottom side. But 2.5 minutes until Dragon, and not really any objectives up on the map. It's not really going to be a ward that gets much more value, but at least you can see Heretics are kind of leaving these.
Shao
little
trolled his
breadcrumbs around
build.
the
He's
place
AD
where
Jax.
Maybe they lead to something.
So
Only
true, King.
Carlson who can pick them up. And Sten with an unsealed spellbook potentially is simply a clone. Mickey is on the hunt, seeing what he can find in familiar territory. Is 2 minutes till Dragon. Heretics, right now, they feels like they're going to have to fight with it because Fnatic, it'll be number 2. It'll be another chance to fight with an item advantage. Can they find anything? Razork's just looking deep, and I mean, it does feel strange the first time in this series that we've talked about Fnatic in a commanding position outside of the Game 1 teamfight win.
Yeah,
Everything else has been blitz for Team Heretics.
I do like the way Fnatic are also playing the map at the moment, because all
Look
they're
at Poby's build. What is it? Does he have
constantly
Blackfire
doing is
Torch or
playing
not?
for this protection line, and it means that then Poby can constantly play up, get the wave that he
Okay.
wants to, and you're gonna Mickey and Razork have just been playing as a duo.
Razork.
Subjugate's been used. Shao ultis, but on the way out, the
Oh.
explosive cast sends him to the left, and Razork, as he flashes out and upset
No flash
Mr.
jacks.
True Shot Barrage, is putting a statement on in this
Poby
final
shifts
game.
mid.
finally he's come to life in this series. Fnatic looking for a little bit more. Blast Cone wants to be taken aggressively. Mickey with a Pop Blossom, but under turret, even with a pillar up. Blackett sends out the feathers. Sten, the quick.
Only on to Mickey.
Fight, but he runs into a
Poby didn't press R. He needs to save it for the next fight. Smart.
Lucky to be alive, but
Get the mid tower. TP top maybe, Poby.
Bomber again, but
beautiful.
Oscar in and flashes away. Mickey can't get the tangle barbs, and it gets close.
Yeah, so Heretics tried to just give tier 2 for the tier 1 take on top, but Poby's
Look top, help Poby. Good stun.
Good scat of the week though. Poby needs to keep his distance. Carlson has flash available.
Great W, great Q.
In as well. World Ender.
Q again.
Infernal chains into a minion is not what you want to see.
Doesn't miss. Ult, kill.
Sky,
saves it.
That healing won't
Gives it to Upset.
Up in the way again, and Poby
takes it right in front of him.
The week. Another kill over
Good
the
job,
mid
Poby.
lane.
That is not his kill. Do not give it to him. That's your kill. Make him walk all the way up and then take it in front of him.
He's obviously dead, has the teleport.
My man.
If Heretic can find a way to delay until he gets up, but Heretics are just, this game got out of control very, very quickly for them. Fnatic are doing a good job now in the commanding position, closing the game out cleanly.
Show positioning, Poby going back to safety where he
Cold
thinks
by
is
Poby,
safe.
cold.
They need vision though. Camilla has to walk up, but Show's already away. Doesn't want to risk it. Atakan up in 40 seconds. Dragon's now up. Oscar on the way
Gregas, what the fuck?
Show has been playing his Tom Cruise version
HUD got
in this
eaten
game
by
for
Caedrel.
long enough. Now he's spotted, but they need more burst. The all-out going to be
Phase
used,
rush.
or rather Show's ulti and Oscar in at half HP. It might turn sour though. It's Mickey walking up with a tangle barbs. Connects on the enemy jacks. True Shot Barrage helps out. A body slam. A barrel roll.
Upset's gonna go for the kill.
Boom.
Doesn't get it. Q. Oh, the auto attack just timed on the eject E.
Perfectly. Fnatic get the dragon,
Drake to Fnatic.
get the blood, and they're looking for another.
Man, Camilo was really invisible this game. Oh my goodness.
Hitting. Mickey just needs another tangle barbs, and Camilo gets tagged by the end. Upset almost connects for a second one, but that's how dire it is for Heretics in this final game.
Fnatic again reading it well. Heretics hadn't shown on the map at all. You can even see Oscar Rinham was getting a little bit suspicious about exactly what Heretics were up to, so Fnatic go to cover their top laner. They still get the dragon. And
I would not fight this Trundle. I would not fight this Trundle. Chomp away for the Gromp. Razork is level 12, the same level as enemy top. Well, it's his own top as well, but there is a level difference between junglers, just to show you how that gap's developing.
There's a lot of flowers here.
There are lots. Oscar.
Especially if you get the Atakan, that's going to definitely help as well.
Atakan.
Oscar going to go on a first date with the flowers in bot lane. Meanwhile, Show's caught again. Pillars up. He can't get anywhere near the fight. Razor's just
spit out the HUD.
Ooh,
He triple ult.
Layers and there's great damage. Oscar in thinking about his angle again.
Oh, that was a great Gragas ult. He got Aatrox W'd on his E though.
Power, but his World Ender's out. He needs that for any chance of a fight. As Camilo comes late to the show and Fnatic again gets something for nothing.
Yeah, Carl's going to have to reset. You don't really have a position here as Heretics. The TP.
I just don't think Heretics' comp can fight.
Give it Heretics.
Aatrox checks Aurora.
They're going to try. It's an objective.
Sounds so dog shit, doesn't it? Look, he just dies. Oh, great flash by Poby. Great pick, great flash.
The smite still is off the map as Fnatic are chasing down the bottom lane. It's a victory march of sorts as Atakan's in the back pocket. Next will be the turret too.
Is that a solo kill?
There's little that you can do here as Heretics. Fnatic continue to push forward. Carlson TP'd in behind. He's made it back to mid to try and clear out the wave, but it's Fnatic just waiting now to pick up this tier 2 on the bottom side.
Might be a sad end for Heretics. They are bleeding. I feel like I've been saying it for the past 5 minutes.
Yeah, the HUD
or
is
so.
broken.
7.5k now.
Wow. I mean, I think great series by Poby.
I think for Fnatic fans,
I think great series by Mickey X as well.
This was what you're kind of hoping you'd see from Fnatic. It was strong early game, good control, great dives, playing around this bot lane, and it has been clinical in the mid game as well, reading what Heretics are going to do, answering for that play.
I think Mickey X had a really good series.
Their own lead, and Heretics just really have
Razork ups and downs.
After game
Oscar
1 and game 2 looking a little
not
shaky,
too bad. Upset pretty solid.
Much better version of Fnatic for game 3.
It really is. I feel like Razork's woken up a bit. You know, Poby's had another stable game, but there's actually been tools to play with it this time. In the last game of the Annie, there was the anti-stun, but the follow-up was meager.
It's been a great series by blue side. Fnatic won the first game on red.
Upset in another lead, and yeah, he's got more tools to use it for Upset as well.
And that's what I was going to say. For game 1, he got 3 kills in the Kai'Sa, but didn't have the support to be like, we are playing around you, we're going to try and extend this lead. Instead, it was a much slower game with Fnatic nearly feeling nervous to do anything on the map. This time around, though, they've been kicking in the door, and they're going to look to kick in the base fairly soon as well.
Syndra.
Fnatic are waiting for the Baron, though. 2 minutes.
Full damage.
And 140
Respect.
until Dragon, which would be number 3. The only delaying factor that Heretics have is that they got an earlier Dragon, which has slowed down the game pace, which slows down the escalation of that Infernal Soul.
1 minute 30 on Drake. Just stack him up.
2.5 for jungle. I'm looking at a dead man's plate for the chase in jungle. I'm looking at 3rd item on the way for Poby, maybe even a Majai's with 10 stacks on the Dark Seal.
Poby Majai's would go crazy in game 3.
Is now that she's at 100 stacks, now that she's getting closer towards that 120.
YouTube chat is literally just above.
Deletion is going to happen if Flacker can't ult fast enough, if Camilo gets caught on this Aurora as well.
And it looks like Sheo might just add to the go grab. You see the bottom of his screen?
Tries to predict it over the wall, but Sheo, he slammed against the wall rather than back over.
Yeah, I think it's just impossible for Heretics, especially with this competition.
What do you do as Heretics? You just give Drake and then what? And then what? The game's already... The game, you're just completely outscaled. You know why you're outscaled? Because you're outranged. Playing Zyra, Rakan into Syndra, Ezreal.
And then you're jumping into
Gragas as well. Oh, it's so hard to play. Zyra, Rakan can't play into those champs.
Finding picks just becomes so hard.
I think they found one. Heretics, it's a clone. Razork comes back in. Sten. You just battle dance away. There's no problem there. Good burst onto Razork, and that's Camilo's damage, but he's going to need a little bit more than that to create an explosive presence in this next fight. 25 seconds, Baron.
I don't like the Jax jungle at all. I feel like Sheo is much better on champs that actually can play the game.
You can kind of see where Fnatic are positioned. They very much know where they want to try and put that focus. So it's just going to be pushing mid, pushing already there on the top side of the map, and now Fnatic fall back with all the vision they've been protecting in towards this Baron area. But Heretics still snooping around, and looks like actually with all the vision there, Fnatic still going to be happy to just send a few members over to get the Dragon.
Miller did just get his 2nd item. The Shadowplane picked up Oscar and doesn't check the push in time.
So they're going to drop Drake.
Meanwhile,
they lost Atakan already. It's 33 flowers to 12. Will Fnatic click Baron and throw the entire game?
Dragon gonna go
Surely
down.
not.
And we are dotting I's, crossing T's for Fnatic. It's slowed down for you all at home, but the reason is because Fnatic have held control for just so long. It does feel like a one-sided game. It's up to Team Heretic to show us otherwise.
There's no way Fnatic will click Baron and throw the whole game.
Dragon now sole point for Fnatic.
Poby by Majai's
Baron
now.
is the only thing that looms, and it just feels
Double
like Fnatic are
needless,
going to
weird
choose when
champ.
or if.
It's kind of Heretics trying to set up maybe for that miracle play once more. You can see they got a ward in me. Yeah, just here again. Then they can potentially look for a TP play onto, but realistically they're just too far behind. It is going to take an absolute, as you say, miracle to have anything happen here. But Fnatic kind of, the ward's cleared out. They're doing their due diligence. They're not trying to rush this. They just want to try and do this by the book.
Derek's Gage now picked up for Carlson as he face checks near top. There's a good pillar out
Q?
again.
Oh,
Flash away.
just
Carlson
dead.
in trouble. Camilo in even
He's
more
just
so
dead.
explosive card.
He did nothing this game and he couldn't.
Pick up the kill credit, but another body slam with barrel roll.
Aatrox no
slows
flash.
down the floating beast. The top lane
Dead.
demon, I think
Or
not. Carlson
not
has
dead.
to work for it. The flash in from Sten is trying to. The deletion
Syndra ult,
will
one
help
shot.
out, though, but Carlson's run out of ulti. While
Mickey.
the Pop Blossom
Nice
tries
ult.
to send us home, but Flacket with the feathers out. Again, the slow. Poby at full HP, sending haymakers at range. Fnatic, you thought it looked close, but it's still a 1 for 2 in their favor.
It is Razork that went down, though, so unfortunately, I don't think they'll be able to
Poby
move
picking
over
up
towards the
all of
Baron.
the
So
cinders.
we'll kind of hold on. Looks like top
Over the
tower, though,
wall.
will be the name of the game
I think
here.
he spotted, yeah.
As it will be Oscar Ridden pushing out.
Oscar,
I
I don't know what he did. What did he do? You're writing Oscar XDD, I didn't see
Oscar
it.
will get top, or pushing top, but Carlson will be there to answer. So once more, Fnatic will go into the breach and see if they can take that fight in the top side jungle, but Heretics hold for the moment.
It is a good point that you raised. The game's not done yet.
He stood on the tower and walked around.
About Team
Oh, great.
Heretics. Whether they're up 6k or down 13,000, any game is winnable. They showed us that last split. I can't remember who they were versing last split, where they came back from 13,500 gold lead, but or disadvantage, I should say. But as Fnatic start Baron,
Vitality, yeah.
Yeah, remember, anything's possible. Sheo coming in, Razork on the respawn.
Just don't throw the whole
It's a bit
game,
dark
Fnatic.
over
That's
here.
all you have to
Baron
do.
going down swiftly.
Yeah, Poby, though, trying to find the pick.
Poby
Doesn't get
marching the
Sheo.
Jax is big.
That could have been it, but Fnatic still fishing.
And 4K, Razork is here, ready for the smite. Sheo can't get in the pit. Good explosive cast. Fnatic zone control. True Drop Barrage does the damage. It goes down to upset.
Okay.
And
Beautiful.
now the fight can begin. The feather
Beautiful.
fly in, but Carlson is isolated and alone. And Sterak
Beautiful,
will
clean,
not save
clinical.
him. So he is sent home. Team Heretics
Soul
running
in 230.
away from the warpath because Fnatic finally got what they came for.
Yeah, there is no fight. It's just a public execution at this stage. Fnatic are looking towards Heretics, and every time they pop up, they whack them down. Razork just going to keep Heretics away from this top tower.
Not bad, looking good, I think, Fnatic. I think the early game in Game 2, it really fucking cooked them on the first 8 minutes. Game 1, they blundered once, leaving Poby to die on a Nocturne tele-ult when they should have covered it, and that fucked their tempo. Other than that, pretty solid. Razork, pretty rough day if he fixes it and gets his form. Looking good. Obviously, Heretics not the best team, but holy shit, Syndra. Poby base by Rabadon's TV back. There it is, Popester. Oh my god, Popester is so broken right now. Oh, big stun.
The zone is still there. Team Heretics getting sent away, and even though they're trying so hard, the gold just seems too much.
He's got his fucking sleeves rolled up. Look at him. Demon mode. There's some scary things in the world. When Chovy yawns in Game 1. When Faker has his eyes closed in draft. When Owner has his jacket on his shoulders, not his arms. And when Poby has his sleeves rolled up.
There's little they can do. A minute now until Infernal Soul as well for Fnatic, but you'll see
That's
it
when
here
you
in
don't,
the
you
replay.
know you're fucked.
It's a nice idea as Camilla goes in, but Oscar Ridden, the flash body slam prevents them from really following up there. So Camilla can't look to try and pick off upset.
When Canyon's in comms and it's going, you know it's over.
Underneath this tower.
Which is so easy, isn't it?
When Ruler's monitor is half his camera, it's over.
And here it shows again. And it's such a burner of a series, considering the Heretics started off well, and that Game 2. This could have been 2-0. This could have been the Team Heretics 2-0. It's a crushing way to lose. But hey, I mean,
wow,
it's
this was a complete stomp.
Poby. He's shown us that maybe the hype is real. As Pillar comes through again, and to note, Poby at 120
no
stacks. He now has the extra percentage of AP plus the Magi's plus the Rabadon stacked up. With 3 and a bit items, Poby has 745 ability power.
745 AP. Just protect Poby.
An item away from full build plus some stacks. Team Heretics get scattered. They become weak. Razork's going to step up, and with Baron buff, this siege is unrelenting. Carlson with an angle. All it takes is to engage, and Oscar knows that Sten caught out against the wall. No escape, chopped down, autoed to death by a club.
Poby outplayed him.
Poby is diving
outplayed him too. No stopwatch.
Shadow survives because Unleashed Power is stopped, but Team Heretics, the goal
good game from Fnatic.
Overcomes them.
No complaints.
Series. It was well fought,
I don't like the Jax jungle at all.
Switched on when it counted, and Poby, my GOAT, your GOAT, our GOAT, debuts in the LEC with a big dub.
Oh my god, we are everywhere. We are everywhere with that camera.
Huge win for Fnatic. Game 1 and 2, definitely a little ropey. But Game 3 was clean.
GG's.
You said it, Poby, fantastic game over the course of the series. Razork stepping up huge in game number 3. Mickey being that support role as well. Being able to find so many of these fights, turning around that huge team fight on the bottom side thanks to that Pop Blossom.
Yeah.
Insane.
But now you have to vote. It's a hard vote, but you got to vote for your key player of the series. Who was the most consistent throughout the 3 games? Poby, Upset, or Mickey? Poby very consistent for his debut. Mickey had a pretty insane series when it counted though. And Upset was great all around. It's a hard one. Fnatic get their win, but there is obviously a lot to work on. Let's not sugarcoat it. This team, I think, has got a lot to work through in the weeks to come.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with Fnatic, but also commiserations to Heretics, because although Game 3 got away from them, Game 1
Who gets
and
player
Game
of the
2
match?
were
Is Poby doing an interview?
They do look really good.
I mean, one
Is
or
Poby
two
doing an
mistakes
interview?
here and there
We need to know
was
now.
really the difference maker, but Game 2, they cleaned it up, they took the win, and I'm actually very much looking forward to see what Heretics can do in the future as the series starts to progress.
I mean, again, there's reason
it's a
to get
Razork
excited
interview
for Heretics, and it's not just because we say so, but the quality of play does look better, like they stepped up to another echelon in this summer split. Hopefully the rest of their group goes a little bit better. We can see a bit more out of them. For Fnatic, you know, we talk about their quality of life and how they performed today. those 3 players, I think, on the Kia player of the game that you can vote for, I think that is very genuine to like what we saw in this series. And it's not like Oscar had like that terrible of a series. I think Razork, though, there's a bit of gapping going on in jungle. His 3rd game was pretty insane. Like, his 3rd game was completely night and day.
Bam,
so I know
bam.
he's standing by on stage. I hope he's not offended.
We'll listen
by
to
what I
Razork
say,
and
but
Theo, and then
Razork,
we'll
I'm
call it.
curious
Deal?
for some honesty with Law. See how he feels after his debut in the Summer Split.
Thank you so much, guys. Welcome to the Marriott Bonvoy post-game check-in with Razork. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
After this one. Thank you, Fnatic fans. They were really excited about Poby's debut, but we're going to come to that a bit later. First things first, 2-1. The caster said it. The first 2 games a bit rough, the 3rd one smooth sailing. What was the difference?
Well, I mean, I think I had a rough game in game 1. Game 2 was a bit iffy too. Like, I think our early games were really bad, both games. We were really behind. And I think Heretics, I mean, I think Shio played really good today, and I kind of got gapped a lot. So congrats to him. Yeah. But I mean, my team is probably better, so I won.
It's a team game in the end, and you guys managed to pull it. And as you said, Sheo played really well. We've been talking about him as the engine of Team Heretics, especially when it comes to the early game. What makes it difficult playing against Sheo?
I mean, I think Shio is like a jungler that plays a lot for himself, which I understand. I think he is the leader of the team, and he wants always to be in a winning position. So he's always playing for camps, which is normal as a jungler. But I think he's also very smart. So, yeah.
All right, good jungler, and especially when it comes to the early game.
W
now,
plays.
we have to talk about Fnatic's off-season. A bit bumpy when it comes to everything. I know that at the beginning of off-season, Grabs and the coaching staff said anyone can get replaced. I'm thinking that is not something easy to hear as a jungler. Were you fearing for your spot? How did you guys approach off-season, and how did you live it personally?
No, not really. I was not like surprised or anything. I think after how the spring split went, I kind of knew that something had to change, because it's not only that we played bad. I feel like the dynamic that we had was off. Like we were just not improving, and we were stuck in the same point and getting frustrated at each other. So something had to change. I also told the coaching staff, if I'm the one being changed, like to get a better team, I'm down. But I really want to play. I'm really motivated. And now with the addition of Poby, I think like he's a very hardworking guy, and the Korean like mentality.
All right.
I'm just talking to him every day. I'm like playing duo and watching games, so it's really fun so far.
We saw some
W
content
motivation,
between
Poby.
you two. It was really funny, actually. How is the synergy building?
Poby got that
between you
grind
and
set,
Poby
and it's
so
rubbing
far?
off on Razor K.
Well, since day one, I knew that he was gonna be my boy. Like, he was very nice, and like every Korean I had, actually, it just feels like very easy to get along with them. So I just met him. I was the first one meeting him, and it was just very enjoyable. I was showing him every stuff because some other players were not there yet. And we just created accounts, and we play non-stop duo queue. So we get to understand each other better, because I think his English was a bit rough, but it's improving a lot. So we can at least understand the basic communication in game. And I think he's been doing pretty good.
Amazing. I know that most of people know Poby.
We don't want him to
from
learn too much.
The stint that he had in the LCK, replacing Faker in 2023, but most players and most people don't know him. How would you introduce Poby to the international audience? What can we expect from him as a player?
Well, he really likes to do good in lane. So it reminds me a lot like Oscar. I think they both biggest strengths are laning phase. I think they're pretty good. And I don't know, as a person, he's just very fun. When he came, he was very shy, and he was like not really joining our jokes. And now, I don't know, we go to the sauna together, and we're like singing every song, or it's just like very nice.
Amazing. Content, Fnatic content in the sauna. That's what we want to see. I know
Whoa,
that's what the fans
in
want
the
to see
sauna.
as well. Razork, thank you so much
Thank
for the
you.
interview.
All right, chat.
Do you have any message for your bot lane? They're in PGL right now.
No, I think they did great.
All right, you guys did great. You did great.
W upset. Chat, I'm going to call it. Thank you for coming out. We started with T1 versus Hammerlife. We ended with Poby. I appreciate you all for coming out. Shout out to the lurkers, the bidders, the gifters, the chatters, the subbers, the donors, the resubbers. I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, morning, evening, wherever you're on the world. I'm going to call it here. I'm not going to be doing LTA. Maybe we'll do LTA playoffs later on in the year, but as for now, we're not going to be covering LTA. Hope you have a good rest of your day, night, meeting where you are in the world. Big kiss, and I'll see you tomorrow. I don't think I'll be live for Bro vs DNF, not gonna lie. But I will be live for Nongshim Gen G, deal? Alright, see you there. Bye. Bye. Much love. See you later. Take care.